All righty, everyone. So great day, great, fantastic, and amazing day. I am Shantina Gladney here with you on My City, My Biz Live Magazine. We have an amazing guest for you, but you know how we do. We want to go ahead and check into those amazing social media sites, and so that we can go ahead and make sure that we are connecting with that LinkedIn Nation. First of all, let's make sure that we go ahead and check in and say hello to the LinkedIn family out there, because this news here that we're getting ready to share with you is definitely something that the LinkedIn Nation needs to know and hear. But then also, guess what? We must check in. That's right. We must check into that Facebook family. That's right. Hello, Facebook family. How are you doing? We have an amazing superstar that definitely believes in shining online. And so we're here to go ahead and make sure that you're able to go ahead and connect and to meet her on today as we go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and get right into it. And so guess who we have here on the My City, My Biz live magazine stage? None other than the authoress, as well as we have an amazing LinkedIn expert that is here to share with us how it is that you can not only shine online, but you can own every single bit of it. So who do we have here? Miss Clarene Mitchell, how are you?
I'm great, Shantina. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Yes, you are so very welcome. And so I just want to let everyone know, for who is not familiar with who you are. But first of all, if you can share with us, what is the name of your company and how did it get started?
So, my company is TCM Communications, and kind of a short story of how I got started. But the abbreviated version is I had an unexpected unemployment in the fall of 2016, went through an extended time of unemployment, got to the point where I couldn't continue to afford to be unemployed. So, I started my own business and been loving it ever since.
Wow, wow. And you are truly, I can't even say making a believer out of me, because I have over 7,000 individuals on LinkedIn and have not figured out exactly how to just really connect with them. And so as I'm beginning
Leverage
to
that.
read your book, it has truly been an amazing thing. And that's right. And so now, if you can share with us, there is a book that you've actually written, and what is the name of that book? And who is it? Who is it that can
That's
really
my
see the value besides the world in your book?
So this is my book and published in September. Can't wait to get your reviews when you've done reading it. And so it's Shine Online with LinkedIn. Title is LinkedIn isn't just an online database of resumes. And actually, it's meant for everyone. Everyone can get valuable information and understanding about LinkedIn and learn how to use the platform effectively from my book. It's I call it a hybrid between a techie book and a novel. I use my
Mm.
storytelling expertise as a journalist, as a public relations professional, to really walk people through my journey of how I fell in love with LinkedIn and started generating my own results and then helping them to start their path of doing the same.
Wow, that is so awesome. It is so awesome. And I cannot wait to go ahead and to make sure that I do give you that review and just even examples of that journey of me.
Yes.
Basically, oh my, it is so much. And whenever there's something overwhelming, but I see the journey and I see the value in LinkedIn. And to be able to have an expert like yourself, where, constantly you're out there and you're helping not only small businesses, but corporations, the world, to be able to really get into LinkedIn. And so I just thank you, first of all, for lending that expertise and taking us on that journey that you've taken so many. And so I know today will not be any different, but I just want to ask you,
I'm
who is
looking
it?
forward to seeing you shine online,
All
Shantina. I'm
right.
looking forward to that. I'll be watching out
Yes.
for it so you can leverage those 7,000 connections.
Wow. Okay. Oh my goodness. So we will definitely see how that is. And so, you know what? Now, also, Clarene, if you can let me know, we know you're phenomenal. Who is it that your clients and your family and friends say that you are? Who are you? Who is that Clarene Mitchell to your family, your friends, as well as your customers?
Oh, wow. Those are totally different markets. So what my family and friends will say, maybe a little different than what my clients will say.
Uh-huh.
But maybe overall, I think that everyone walks away from experiencing Clarene as an authentic person. And I project that in real person and online. And that's the how people connect with me because I am authentic. I'm very committed to my family, my faith, my community, and to empowering others. You know, whether it's from my walk many years ago, well, not that many years ago, but my walk as a community activist to now being a branding activist and helping and empowering people to shine online or own their own online brands. But it's really the authentic personality that an engaging personality I bring to an environment that people connect with. So, what my children will say, not sure. um, Someone who has
I'm
high
quite sure that
standards,
they would say
right?
this. I'm quite sure that they would say the same thing, right? You know, I mean, being an authentic person, you do not shut that off or shut down, and that's the reason why my company has always been about lifestyle. Your life is your business. Your business is your life, and
Right,
so many people try to
right,
separate those things, and I believe that's the
right,
reason why we're unfulfilled. Is because we know that yes, we still take that time off for family, but our family should be involved in our business in some capacity. And so we're our business, especially as entrepreneurs, and we waste so much time trying to separate all of those things. And I've noticed that there is no separation. There is just amazing times that we plan for that, and so that we can be prepared to be in that moment with whoever we're with, whether it's family, business, all of that.
right. One of the highlights of my entrepreneurial journey was the release of my book and my book release event, my book celebration event, and having my 5 year old, well, she was 5 then, she's 6 now, but my 5 year old granddaughter there at the event, dressed in her purple dress and purple bow, and as you can see, that's the brand color.
Yes.
And she had her
Wow.
job, so she was handing out click clappers, star clappers to
Yeah.
everyone as they came. And so that
Yes.
was just legacy wise, just phenomenal having my granddaughter at my
That's right.
event working. And she was
Mm.
working and
Yes, that's
making sure
right.
that everyone got there. And, you know, her seeing me on stage
Yes,
and
yes,
shining, you know, so that
yes.
she had that example. Because and
Wow.
I'm sorry, this is not LinkedIn specific, but as
Oh,
a new sort of entrepreneur, because it's only been a few years for me, I had no examples of
yes,
entrepreneurship as I was growing up. So to be able to have
yes,
myself now as an example for my granddaughter, maybe she will not become
yes,
an entrepreneur, but at least having that example and that exposure for her in her immediate
yes,
family to know, oh, and we actually, since the quarantine, we've done a video and I asked her, went through the list of, okay, what does Nana do? What does Grandpa do? What does your mom? And she said, my Nana has clients. And it blew me away because I didn't prompt her. I didn't prepare
yes,
her at load. And so that seed has been planted. So
yes,
yes,
yes.
legacy,
Wow. Ain't
family,
that
and it
something?
all blends
Wow.
together.
I love it. I love it. And you know what? And that's where, just my biggest takeaway of entrepreneurship. I've always seen my granddad. I seen my mother, we walk into my granddad's laundromat that he used to own. He used to be a pastor of a really large congregation. And I used to just walk in the middle of things, but not being at the beginning of things. And so those are things that were missing for me as an entrepreneur. So I promised myself as I built up my businesses that I would go ahead and make sure, like you were saying, maybe that first generation, my children, I was so busy being mom and trying to keep things separate,
Right,
keep them from, learning the hard lessons that I learned, and that wasn't good. That wasn't okay. But my granddaughter, I tell everyone that that my actual ceiling will be her floor. She was right there with me every experience. At 2 months, she was in meetings with me, and so that makes a huge difference. That's
All
why I'm
right.
so dedicated. Yeah, I'm so dedicated
Legacy.
to the world,
Legacy.
knowing who is Clarene, right? Who is Clarene? I understand who you are as that professional, as that author, but people, they really want, like you were saying, that authentic you, and that's exactly who I've always known you to be, and I just appreciate you so
Oh,
much.
thank you.
Yes.
Likewise.
You are so welcome. So I'm getting ready to go ahead and to turn this right on over to you so you can shine that light on the entire world in social media. So thank you once again, Clarene, for being featured, and congratulations for being chosen. We have a long list of people, and I apologize we weren't
Oh,
able to get
wow.
everyone in. But yes, but we definitely looking forward to continuing to keep things going, hopefully. But you're one of those ones that we want to make sure the world knows exactly who you are. So thank you so much, and take it away.
I'm very honored. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to share the screen so we can get into the presentation. So just give me a moment, audience. And everyone should be seeing my screen. Are you seeing it, Shantina? Yes?
Yes, I
Do you
am.
see
I'm
my
seeing it.
screen?
I'm clear. We see it.
All
Thank
right,
you.
so that means I can go. All right, so great to be here with My City, My Biz live magazine. And right off in the beginning, I have a confession to make, and hope doesn't change your impression of me, especially after that wonderful intro with Shantina. But my confession is, yes, I'm a LinkedIn guru, the branding activist, the LinkedIn expert. But truth be told, I've had my LinkedIn account since May of 2007. I have it written down, May 2007. I did not start actively using the platform, really taking advantage of all that it has to offer, at least starting that process because it never ends, until fall of 2016. Literally almost a decade. I had my account, it just sat there. I, and if you can see me, guilty, my hand is up, guilty of what many other people are guilty of now. That was me back in 2016 and all the way back to 2007, where I just had my account, skeleton account. It was doing nothing for me because I wasn't working it. Things changed. My life changed to the point where now my business is focused on LinkedIn training. But I started using the platform because I was unemployed and I was bored and I'm a busybody. I need to be, intellectually, challenged. So I was using the platform more in the job seeker mode until I started getting results from it and decided to flip it into my business. But even just using it from a job seeker perspective and getting results from it, I probably, if I had been using the platform aggressively before, from 2007 all the way through, I probably would not be a businesswoman now because I probably would have gotten hired and been gainfully employed instead of going a long time without being unemployed. And so my point of that confession is the more that you use LinkedIn and not just use it sporadically or randomly, but using it strategically, the more you'll get from it. The results will come. All right. So again, I hope you don't think any differently of me. So branding activist is my professional business moniker, nickname. And my whole goal is helping success-driven professionals and businesses effectively use social media, and more specifically LinkedIn, to advance their online brands and business interests. Clearly, it's all about getting results, not using LinkedIn just to have as a social activity or something for fun, leisure. It's all about using it strategically to be able to generate results. And again, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. And with that said, to be able to start that process, and this is the slogan for my business, it's all about shining online. To shine online, that's how you get the results. When you shine online, you generate attention. You stand out of the crowd. You're not this golden, this like one egg and everyone is, the same. You're like a golden egg that's standing out from the pack or from the crowd, so to speak. So you have to shine online. You have to be bold and you have to leverage your brand online to be able to get results. Other than that, and I say, and I have my favorite pom-poms here with me, you have to be your biggest fan online, on LinkedIn specifically. If you're not your biggest fan, then how will then someone else believe in you and tap into you and access you and take advantage of you in your business? And this presentation, the way I was set up, is really talking to entrepreneurs because that's what my city, my biz is focused on. So as entrepreneurs, we all have to be online, on LinkedIn specifically. So think about it. And for those who grew up with the Waldo cartoon or story character, is the resurgence of it is coming back even more so now with puzzles and other activity. But the story character, the whole theme is, and as you can see from the slide, which is very busy, but think about LinkedIn, zillions of people. Well, actually, a whole bunch, just like here, right? And if you don't stand out, if you're not shining online, being that golden egg, then people can't find you because there's a ton of people on LinkedIn. Same thing with the Waldo character. It's hard to find him because he's mixed in there somewhere in the crowd. You got to get out of the crowd. You got to stand out. You got to be able to be bold and to be fierce and to be your biggest fan and then make other people believe in you. And I say, again, as an entrepreneur, LinkedIn is a must do without hesitation. For me, as an entrepreneur, LinkedIn is my office. Now, this is not to slam Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, well, any other platform. It's all about leveraging it because LinkedIn is of all those other platforms, and I have accounts on all of them. Well, not Snapchat, but I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. And I use those platforms, but LinkedIn is number one for me from a business perspective because it is, of all the social media platforms there are, it is the one platform that was created for business and professional purposes. So it's set up with that whole process being totally different because of that. And when the process is different, then your results are going to be different than what you would get on Facebook or on Twitter or on Pinterest or, and it may vary based upon the kind of business you have and what you do, customer base, but it's still every entrepreneur should be on LinkedIn and not just be there, but be there in a robust kind of way. And it's, for me, again, it's my office. And a part of that is it's free. So why not? And I'll talk about later different other paid levels of LinkedIn. But even from the free level, you get so much from it when you leverage it. So why not use it? You get free marketing, pretty much is what it is. Free advertisement on a daily basis that you open yourself up to. Now, this is 2020. So we're so into the digital age, right? We're not turning backwards. Social media is here. Digital is here. It's not going anywhere. It's going to continue to rise, right? And so to not leverage LinkedIn as the one only platform for now, at least, that's all about professionalism and business, then we're at a disservice. It's not the time where we're back with traditional media. And my background is journalism. I will continue to be a journalist in my heart forever. But it's not where we're traditional in the era where we rely or we have to be dependent on traditional media like TV, newspapers, magazines, radio. We don't have to be dependent upon them or billboards exclusively to get our message out, to reach the masses. LinkedIn is a way to reach the masses to get our message out. All right. Now, it is no longer, as I talked about, as the subtitle for my book is, it's not just an online database of resumes. It's no longer about just job seekers on LinkedIn. When it started, pretty much that was the push, but it is so much more than that now. For me, again, for it to be my office, but it's not just because I do LinkedIn. No matter what kind of business you have, it's all about making sure your digital online footprint is working for you as opposed to against you, and that you have that strong digital presence. So again, I'm not here to knock any other social media platform. I get value from all of the other platforms that I use as well, but they have a certain place, you know, dominance wise for me and what I do priority wise. So for those who use Facebook, continue to use Facebook. For those who use Twitter, and a part of that is people use those platforms more so because that's how we were orientated to social media, from social, fun, family, giving people updates on whatever it is we're doing, or sharing a family pictures and all of that. But truth be told, when it comes to B2B, business to business leads, generating leads and getting clients, 80% of those leads come from LinkedIn versus only 13% from Twitter, 7% from Facebook. Just think about that. Continue to do what you do on the other platforms, but think differently about LinkedIn and start using it more aggressively and more strategically. Think about, also, the buying power that's on LinkedIn versus that maybe on Twitter or Facebook or Snapchat or Instagram or whatever other platform. Okay. But again, it all varies based upon what your business focus is on, product wise or service wise. Now, that whole process of being bold on LinkedIn, being your biggest fan, being able to generate the right attention to your profile, it all begins with what I call the LinkedIn above the fold process. And that means the introductory section, the top part of your LinkedIn profile, is optimized. And so this is not a full-blown training, is the, get you introduced to LinkedIn, but understanding the top part of your LinkedIn profile is what people see when they first go to your LinkedIn profile. And if those sections are not optimized on that above the fold part, that introduction part, and you kind of see from the graphic what I'm talking about, that section, people are gonna turn away and go to somebody else's profile. They're gonna move on. They're gonna lose interest. They're not gonna have that good, strong first impression of you and lasting impression of you in a positive way if you're not customizing. And that's a part of why I love what I do, because so many people don't know that there's sections that you can customize. So many sections that you can and you should customize on LinkedIn. And so that's what I want people to do. So just for example, on the LinkedIn above the fold, right up under your name, that section is called your headline. Being able to customize that so that you generate more views to your profile when people put in the search keywords that link to what you do. Whether you're an accountant, whether you are whatever it is you do, and they put those keywords, you want to be able to be in the list of people they get in the search. Okay. But again, you have to customize. Otherwise, LinkedIn will just have the bare minimal or the standby options with everybody that everyone gets, or the standard options, and you don't want that, because then again you're like that carton of eggs that's all white or whatever color eggs you get. You want to be able to be golden and stand out as opposed to be blended in. And so you have to customize. Just think about like when you're in a grocery store and you're waiting for your turn, and they do this cleverly, but some stores are coming away from it. But generally there's magazines right there as we're waiting for our turn, right? And those magazines are strategically there to get our attention while we're idle, right? Because the frequency then, or the odds of us picking up one and buying it, are increased versus them set aside somewhere else. Those magazines, it could be a variety of magazines. The one that's going to capture our attention is the one that's appealing to us, right? Based upon the color scheme, the titles, the headlines, the photo of who may be on the cover, whatever it is about that particular magazine. Like, I will pick up Black Enterprise, I will pick up Inc. or Entrepreneur Magazine, or I will pick up Essence before I will pick up Home and Garden, let's say, because of where my interests are, right? The connectivity. But again, it's all about the layout. The layout of the cover is going to make me want to pick it up, flip through it. And then as I'm flipping through it, then I'm going to say, I want to buy this because I see this article. I don't have time to read it right now. So I need to put it in the cart so that I can take it, buy it, take it home, and read it when I have time. Think of that in comparison to your above the fold with LinkedIn. Same thing. You have to make sure that your above the fold is appealing so it captures attention. That's what's done in the newspaper industry. The above the fold, the top section of the front page, is the most pressing, breaking, or most popular news story is there above the fold to capture your attention, to make you want to pick up the newspaper and unfold it and look at below the fold and then open and turn into the pages, buy the newspaper. Same concept with our LinkedIn profile. We want to make sure that we entice people enough where they're interested in our profile that they want to go in to the rest of it below the fold, and they want to either accept our connection invite, they want to send us a message, they want to do business with us, they want to, whatever the case may be, but it all starts with the above the fold and making sure that you're shining online with the dynamic LinkedIn profile. Hopefully that makes sense, but you can't do that until you know who you are. So making sure you know who you are as a professional, like what differentiates you, what makes you different. Like I do, social media, LinkedIn branding. There's other people that do it, what I do, but I say no one does it the way I do it because of what I bring to the table. The others who do the same kind of work, but don't do it the way I do. And so we all have to look at it the same way of, okay, who am I? What do I bring to the table? What differentiates me from, if you're a job seeker, or if as an entrepreneur and your business is, let's say you have a catering business, or let's say you have your virtual assistant and you provide virtual, organizational management skills or resources for your clients. What makes you so dynamic that someone will do business with you versus someone else who does similar work? Knowing that as your foundation, or having that as your foundation, help you then get started with making sure your profile reflects that from the beginning to the end and all the way through. And it impacts the content that you post, it impacts everything, but making sure that you have a good, solid foundation. Because if you're a subject matter expert in one thing, but then you give and mixed messages because your profile is a potpourri of other stuff, that sends mixed messages or confusion. So being able to know who you are as a subject matter expert, and then going hard on your LinkedIn profile to express that. Okay, unapologetically, be you. All right, so this is a real talk moment. And I'm using mine just so that I'm not showing favors and showing someone else's company page and then having my clients mad at me. But so one thing that, like, I'm just not understanding with entrepreneurs is why are we not leveraging the option to have our own company pages on LinkedIn? Again, it's free. Why not, beyond just having our profile, having a company page that gives more credibility right from the start with your profile? Because when you have that company profile, the company page established on LinkedIn, people go to your experience section and your company page is linked in your experience section, the listing for your current business. your logo shows up right there if it's linked properly, right? Your logo shows instead of that grayed out default graphic that LinkedIn will give you. When you have your logo show instead, that gives you increased credibility as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. When you have that company page, then people can go there and you can provide information that's more specifically, not necessarily all salesy, but about your business and what you do, what your offerings are, your promotions, being able to post jobs because you can, have job listings, postings there. It can be a go-to, it's kind of like a supplement to your website, but better. And I say better because we all have to have websites for credibility purposes. But LinkedIn, remember, is a social media platform. So it's engaging, right? And so when you're on your personal profile, there's content you can put, but you don't want to be too salesy, too pushy all the time with your services. On LinkedIn, you can have exclusive information that's more aligned to just your business. So if you do not have a LinkedIn company page as an entrepreneur, please, please, please make it happen. And now I'm going to go quickly because I want to leave some time for questions. And the other key thing is you have to have content on LinkedIn. Again, it's social media. It's not meant to be a database of resumes where all you do is put your profile information in, just sit and walk away and think the magic happens. Nope, that's not how it goes. You have to put content because, again, it's a social media platform. So you put your content there on a consistent basis. And I say at least 2 or 3 times a week, some original content, and that you're using the 80-20 rule. So when it comes to social media, the 80-20 rule is more about information that's educational, that provides insight that your key target population or demographic, your avatar for your business that they would be interested in, as opposed to information that's selling. All right. I see this way too often where some business owners, only time they get on LinkedIn is when they have something to promote. Bad move. Bad move. That should be about 20% or less of your activity on LinkedIn, your self-promotion of your events and your business, right? The majority of it should be informational process instead. Other part of it is engaging, building your network, a credible network, not random network, but a network that feeds into what your brand is about. Now, LinkedIn says you should only connect with people you know. I don't agree with that because, it's the ripple effect. You can get referrals from somebody that's, someone but a referral from somebody they know and vice versa. But making sure that you're building those relationships and it's not just about you, that you're engaging with people on a regular basis. So when you see their post on the news feed, that you're reacting to it, you're commenting and you're sharing. It's reciprocal. Like people who respond or engage with me on a regular basis, I tend to respond and engage with them on a regular basis. It goes both ways, right? And then you build that rapport, that relationship, because that's what it boils down to with getting the leads on LinkedIn and building business and credibility. Is about relationships. It's not about pushy as far as sales. It's about building relationships. Also, so building your network, getting to your 500 plus, and then continue to grow from that. But it's not about the numbers. You can have a zillion. And actually, I saw someone last week on LinkedIn. She had engagement. So she had hundreds of reactions and comments from her post, but she only had like 700 connections. So it's not about the numbers. It's about the quality of the network you have, and it's about the quality of your content. All right. So don't get caught up in making sure you just add people, follow those trains that, oh my goodness, the connection trains that go against having authentic, meaningful relationships. It's not about the numbers. It's about authentic relationships and consistent content. Okay, because you can have, I've seen people who have tons of followers and have no engagement with their content. Literally. Like they could have 10,000 connections. And then I look in their activities section and see a post and maybe one or two people reacted to it. Again, it's not about the numbers. All right, so I referred to this, alluded to this before, but LinkedIn has different paid levels as well. You can get a lot from LinkedIn from just the free level. But as entrepreneurs, as business people, especially if you're using a platform to get leads, I would recommend that you at least get the career level. So these are the four plans, paid plans that they have for premium. I suggest you get the career or the business. It's well worth it. For me, honestly, when mine expired, my premium account expired, I was just like at my wit's end because I was missing the feature. One of the main features is you can see more of those people who view your profile. And so that's one of my processes on a daily basis, checking who views my profile. When I see who views, those are some leads for me. Because maybe they didn't take the time to send me a connection invite, or maybe there's some reason that they decided to view my profile. So then I'm gonna send them a connection invite. Or I may, if it's someone I'm already connected to, just follow up and just touch base because they just may need that prompting to remind them that they can do business with me. But one of the reasons, main reasons I have a premium level is because it allows me more access to see who's viewing my profile. If you have free level, you'll maybe see one or two or three a day. All right. And you get that little badge, that golden badge, and you're above the fold. It gives more credibility. All right. So remember at the beginning when I said I shared my confession with you? So full circle and how I went from not using LinkedIn at all to using it on an aggressive way. So again, I lost a job in 2016, in the fall of 2016. Started using LinkedIn more and more. Part of that was me publishing articles because I'm a print journalist. So I started using the publishing feature. From that process, little did I know, and let me just say this too. The part of LinkedIn that I love the most is the sowing of the seed, so to speak, or the law of attraction, where the more you do, then the returns come, but they come in the ways that you can never anticipate. But they come because you're sowing the seeds or you're putting the work in, that law of attraction. So this being one example, I was publishing articles on a regular basis. Somehow, because of that, an editor of a magazine in New York City, and this is the cover of that magazine, sent me a message on LinkedIn. So she discovered me on LinkedIn. Mind you, I never knew this editor, never knew the woman, never heard of the magazine. But because I was using the platform aggressively, she discovered me and sent me a message asking me if I wanted the opportunity to write an article for the magazine. If you know me, you know that I'm kind of, like suspect of certain things. So I kind of blew it off and then I researched and figured out it was totally legit. So when you see the arrow pointing on the cover, top billing, my article. If you could see the magazine, you open it up, centerfold feature section, top billing, so to speak, when it comes to having an article in a magazine, centerfold prominent. Now, I would have never anticipated that, didn't work towards that happening. That wasn't a goal, but it was my eye opener to what I call the wonderful world of LinkedIn and how when you use the platform and use it appropriately, effectively, then the returns come. It was a paid gig. And I had total freedom with this article. I wrote an article about something that was important to me. It was an anniversary, a significant anniversary of the Black press. I was able to write that article, and it just was really my eye-opening moment. All right, so I'm at my time because I want to get to questions. And you can continue to learn more about LinkedIn from my Facebook group, LinkedIn Power Moves with Clarene. So you can just put that in the search and ask to join. But that's where I share when this is newly launched. So I welcome you to join. But that's where I'll be sharing more regular information about LinkedIn, doing some trainings on a weekly basis there, going live, and sharing other information. So stay connected with me there. Other than that, that's it. And I'm going to turn it back over to Shantina for any questions that any of you may have. I hope this has been helpful. And again, I appreciate the opportunity to be a part of my city, my biz.
All righty. Wow. Well, thank you so very much. I was taking those copious notes and getting ready to go ahead and make sure I apply them. And I guarantee you by the end of the year, you're going to be so very proud of me.
Okay, let's move that time schedule up some. Let's not wait till the end of the year. This is just April here, but okay.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, yes. And you definitely lit a fire under me. And I appreciate you so much. And so I want to I was checking to see if there was any questions. And usually the questions happen after you've gotten offline. But we will make sure that, I'll make sure that we do, and of course to include all of your contact information. But if you can let us know where all besides LinkedIn can we find you? And do you have a website at all?
Okay, so and I'm trying to just stop the share, so just be back up.
Yep, you did it.
All right, we're
Okay.
good.
Yep, we're good.
So again, I'm sorry. So where people can find me?
Yes.
Oh, the first thing is so besides the Facebook group, LinkedIn.
Yes.
So LinkedIn for sure. So finding me, sending me a connection invite on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Personalize the connection invite. So don't just hit the connect button and then that's it. Because I may ignore you. I may, not accept. So send me a personalized note so I know who you are and why, how we're on this, the show and that's how you found out about me. So then I know that you're cool.
That's right.
Cool people. And then I'll accept because I don't just let anybody in my network.
That's right.
So sending me a personalized connection invite on LinkedIn. Also, following my LinkedIn company page, the Facebook, but I'm on TCM Comms. So at TCM Comms on Instagram, on Twitter, and yeah. But LinkedIn is the best because then they'll have access to information I put out there LinkedIn wise, and then they can see my profile and connect more with the information I share.
Exactly. Wow. Well, thank you once again. And I'm definitely looking forward to that. And I am going to hold my own self accountable before the end of the year. But I'm like, let me be honest as I'm looking through here. But I believe that it is so equally important for me to make sure that that I'm really getting my platform. As you see, I'm shutting down my normal Facebook page. I don't know if you've seen my comments, but I'm moving people out of there. I'm shutting it down. And I'm starting to see people that I haven't seen in years, though, Clarene, as I'm moving out. So yes, I'm shutting that down. And I make that transition over to LinkedIn. So yes.
Well, you don't have to ignore LinkedIn, but it's just the priority wise and, divvying out your time to where you're going to get results that differ from what you may get on Facebook or other platforms.
Yeah.
So working them in. But
that's right.
get some monthly benchmark, Shantina.
That's right.
Hey. So for April, well, we're almost over, but there's some level of lean up you can do for this month. But for each month that you have a benchmark of what you want to improve on with LinkedIn. And then by the end of the year, yes, you'll be soaring with it.
Yes. Wonderful. And that is
like, I'll do my cheer for you.
I know she has, and you guys seen it in action, right? She took me all the way from by the end of the year to now. She's putting me like right around the end of April. Or May. So that's it. So wow. So thank you so much, like you were saying, for being that cheerleader for all of us as entrepreneurs as we begin to get educated, not only educated, but execute what it is that you have for us to be able to do through that LinkedIn, because it does bring much, much value. And there is no ceiling with LinkedIn.
there's no ceiling. I mean, when you think about it, especially now with the pandemic,
Yes.
this is the ideal time. If you've not been using LinkedIn, this is the ideal time. If you have some free time that you normally don't have, to use it
Mhm.
strategically so
Yeah.
that you come out of this pandemic better.
Yeah.
So why not devote now? They have free courses. So another thing with premium is you have access to the LinkedIn courses, but LinkedIn has opened up certain courses for free because
Right.
of the pandemic. So this is a time when people can leverage and do those courses to be able to expand their brand. So again, they're shining online. They're getting,
Right.
more results from the platform, but it's not going anywhere. So now is a great time to be able to do it.
Right.
But we see with the pandemic that we're more dependent on technology, right?
That's right.
Like Zoom is being overloaded
Yes.
because people are more dependent on technology now, where people are spending more time online because they have, but why spend time online just randomly scrolling
Mm-hmm.
and accomplishing nothing from the
That's right.
process? If
That's
you're going
right.
to be on, yeah, do some scrolling. Okay, that's fine. But prioritize yourself first and
Yes.
get some business done. Like my priority is I will get up and I'll do my important post or I'll have my strategic, but then I have time that I devote to supporting others online as well, or just for fun, relaxation. But it's we're going to be on these small computers,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But how we're using them effectively, you
Right.
know, where they're working for us as opposed to just being toys. Because
That's right.
that's what I see so many people using them as toys, but these are computers. Let's
Mm-hmm.
leverage them. Let's use them to up our game, especially as entrepreneurs. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I'm on my soapbox, so I'm gonna stop. But
No, that's okay. You know what? And you're right. That cell phone has become the home-based business of today. It is. That's
right,
someone's business that they carry in the palm of their hands. And also I look at LinkedIn as leveling up. LinkedIn has definitely leveled up. When I go onto LinkedIn and begin to interact with them, and I love when you brought that up, that you intentionally go on and support others. Others come to the table of LinkedIn and they take, right? What is it that
right.
you're doing and you're offering? But I was invited to a networking event with Google, and it was the founder of Peapod was on there. And it was amazing how they took us into this amazing networking event. And then they split us off and shot us into different meeting rooms online. And we were
Okay,
actually connecting with people all over the country. But
right.
also me not knowing the value of LinkedIn, I used to come on and visit LinkedIn maybe every 3 months, every quarter. And
Visit it.
I'm being
Looking at
honest,
you,
right?
visit it.
Yeah, honest, but I'm gonna let you know what happened. And I missed something huge. LinkedIn has not allowed for everyone to be able to do the live video on,
Right,
right?
right.
I received a message from LinkedIn inviting me to be a beta tester.
Okay.
And it was too late. It was too late. Missed opportunity. Can you
That window
believe
of opportunity.
Yes,
Mhm.
that was a huge opportunity. And so I want to tell people that, sometimes you could be playing in the wrong area. It's not that you
Mhm.
do not have a great product or service,
Right.
but you want to make sure that you're speaking to the people that is there to listen. And yes, get your practice in on all the other social media sites. And by the time you get to LinkedIn, you know exactly who you are because they are ready to do business. I mean, the people that inbox me, they're ready to
Right.
go. And so, yeah.
Right. Right. Those opportunities you never know. And it's about, being on there and being consistent and being aggressive in the process of using it.
Mhm.
But when you get on, you have to be like, there's a process. It's not, you can't have the mindset that you have on Facebook
Yeah.
and transfer that to LinkedIn. It's not going to work. You're
Right.
not going to, and people get frustrated and then they walk away and they don't want to work with me because they're not getting the results, but they don't understand there's work you have to do. I can take you to the water, so to speak.
Yes.
I can set you up, but then there's the work that you have to do on a continual basis to be able to truly get those results. But you can't have the same mindset that you have on other platforms and think that's going to work on LinkedIn.
That's right.
It's
Wow.
not. It's not going to work.
It's not going to. So if you can let us know as we go ahead and close it out, where is it that what's next for you? What's next? Where can they find you doing maybe a workshop or or do you have anything on the calendar at all?
Oh my goodness. With this pandemic, my calendar is like, it's not the calendar it was prior to mid-March with the but so the best way again is my Facebook group. So LinkedIn Power Moves with Clarene, because I will be launching some online trainings on there on there soon. So that's the best place for people really to connect and know, because that group will be the first to know everything that I have that will be coming up.
Great. Wonderful. Well, wow. Well, thank you so very much once again, Clarene, for being one of our selected features right here on My City, My Biz Live magazine, the inaugural launch, right? This month was our inaugural launch of being online. So thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So you have an amazing day, Clarene, and much, much success online.
Likewise. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Righty, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on My City, My Biz Live magazine. I am Shantina Gladney, SGGN Group. We thank you for being that amazing sponsor. They are a business and lifestyle society that is set up specifically for those emerging entrepreneurs. That is right. They have created an entire universe because they understand entrepreneurs. They do. They build you while you build your business, but at the same time, they're able to connect you to some amazing resources. So guess what? Get on over there to www.sgngroup.com. Get yourself connected. And most importantly, it's always important for you to present the best of who you are, where you are. And as I always say, stop pressing the snooze buttons on your dreams. Take care, everyone.